everybody? What's up, my TikTok family? Happy 2026 to everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Wishing everybody a very prosperous new upcoming new year in all areas of your life for sure. We want to wish you a happy new year. Again, this is Let's Argue. This is your host, uh, Altonio. It's just Altonio on Let's Argue. Um, so we got a couple different topics that we're going to discuss today. Just make sure my audio is working here. Let's just double check it. Make sure all the settings and everything is good. Audio coming through fine. Looks like it's coming through great. Awesome, awesome. So I'm moving back and forth between my StreamYard live, which is going on my YouTube and my Facebook page, and I'm also doing it off TikTok off my phone. So I'm trying to multitask here. So bear with me. um, but like I said, we got a couple different topics we're going to discuss today, and we're going to probably try to do them in like 30-minute segments. The first subject was from friend of mine kind of wrote in and said she wanted something that she wanted to discuss on Let's Argue. Not necessarily argue about it, but just kind of discuss it. But we're going to talk about the topic nonetheless. And the first subject we're going to talk about today is um, when infidelity occurs in your relationship, because especially as you get older, do you just leave or do you have a conversation about it? What's your take on it? And like I said, it's not probably a less argued topic, but I want everybody to chime in, let me know what you think, give me your thoughts on it, and I'm gonna try to read the comments from both YouTube, Facebook, and my TikTok viewers. But again, I appreciate everybody logging on. Thank you so very much. And again, happy New Year. Try to keep this banner up here as long as I can. But before we get into all that, how's everybody's New Year going? How's things going? Is everybody enjoying their New Year? Is it starting off in a prosperous fashion? I hope so for everybody. I really and truly do wish everybody nothing but the best um, in the upcoming New Year. So, like I said, we're looking at TikTok, we're on Facebook, and we're on YouTube. So we're just trying to tap into every place. I'm really wanting to try to take advantage of the social media platform YouTube. I'm sorry, TikTok. So we are live on TikTok as well. Let's argue. So today's topic is coming in from a viewer who have viewed my show, and she wanted to know, as you get older, if infidelity happens, do you discuss it or do you just automatically bounce? So I just want to get you guys take on that. You let me know what you think. What's your feedback on that? On this particular topic. I guess as far as that is concerned, I can understand why the hesitation might be, especially as you get older. You got a lot invested, and you got to think about kind of starting all over again. That's a heavy lift. And I'm assuming some people probably like, hey, no matter what, hey, what's up, Junior? I appreciate you joining on my TikTok. I appreciate. We got a couple topics that we're gonna be discussing here today. The first topic came in from somebody who wrote in, inboxed me, or DM me, and wanted to know, as you get older, when infidelity happens, do you just leave? Her part of her write-in to me, she said that um when you're younger, you probably just bounce. You're saying you start, kind of like it's probably easier to start all over. But when you're older, um, it's probably a little heavy lift to just up and leave, because you probably got a lot of time invested in the relationship. If you're just joining, whether you're joining, well, no matter what social media platform you're joining in on, the question of the day is, if you're in a relationship, and especially if you're older, and I'm just going to say if you're over 40 and you've been in a relationship a long time, infidelity happens, do you just leave, or do you kind of discuss it to figure out what happened, what the whys was, and all that other stuff, or do you just bounce? Like I said, I can only imagine, especially when you're kind of on the other side of things, maybe just leaving is not always the best option, especially if you don't know why the infidelity happened. You may have been the cause of the infidelity, and I'm not justifying it or anything like that, but I remember a friend of mine, God rest her soul, told me that she was like she wouldn't leave her husband off of infidelity because she would want to know why it happened, because it could have been something that she was doing or not doing that caused him to step out. That was her, and that was her take on the thing. And I just thought it was interesting coming from a woman to say that. uh what's up, boy?
What's up, bro?
What's going on with you, man? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro. How you
Yeah, man.
feeling?
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm good, man. I appreciate you joining in. Thank you. I definitely appreciate you for tapping in. So, look, man, I'm on TikTok as well. I'm trying to multitask here, so I'm going back and forth between between
Okay.
social media, but different couple of social media platforms. So I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And this is our Let's Argue. Guys, let me introduce you to a really good friend of mine. I met this guy at work, and we've been kind of tapping in ever since. And we got some exciting news we'll reveal as the show go on tonight. But this great guy, man, met him and his lovely queen. They did my podcast, Black Marriage Chronicles. It was a great, hey, it was a great show. Yeah, so you guys got to go to my YouTube channel, check it out. It's on Black Marriage Chronicles on YouTube, and you'll see him and his wife. And I forgot what I tagged the name of the show. I forget. But anyway, go on there and search it. There's a bunch of shows on there, but he's one of the more recent ones that I did. But tap in there with him and his wife. They gave a very compelling and entertaining interview. They were very forthright and truthful, and I appreciate that, bro. I just want to let you know that. Definitely.
Man, appreciate
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, man. So today's topic is you're in a relationship. Somebody wrote in to me and they wanted me to discuss this particular topic. She said, if you're in a relationship and there's some infidelity in the relationship, especially as you get older, should you just leave? So my question to you, you're in a relationship, you committed. I know you're married, but you're in a committed relationship and some
Mhm.
infidelity happens. Should you just automatically leave, or should you try to find out why, or should you discuss it? Because then her response, she followed up with that and said, when you're younger, you're probably more apt to leave because you figure, hey, it's nothing like starting over. But when you're older, I can understand why the hesitation might be there when infidelity happens, because you're like, dang, you got a lot of time, money. Let's just be honest. Financial comes into play. You got a lot
Mhm.
of time and money invested. Do you just leave? What's your take? What you think?
I would say no. I think that's something, that's have to be discussed, like talked about,
Mm-hmm.
and I think, how many times if this person, did commit fidelity, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah.
I think after so many times, now if you gave a person, first chance, you say, let me talk about, let's work this out, let's see what transition to us to even, be cheating on each other, or you cheating on me, or vice versa.
Right. Right. Right.
Um, I figured that the first time, I feel like a person should, talk about it, because,
Mm-hmm.
like you say, you have so much invested in one another. I think that a person should take the time to see, okay, maybe it could have been something we were lacking at.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it could have been something on my part, what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, as a
Yeah.
male, or the female part,
Right. Yeah.
So yeah.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I definitely think that as we get older and you got that time invested, it could have just been it could have been something you did, or you did or didn't do, or she did or didn't do, that caused you or one of you, both of you guys, to to step outside your relationship. And yeah,
Hmm.
I definitely think it's worth having a discussion. I think it's harder, especially as you get older and you got the time invested, to just leave. You know what I'm saying? I think when you're younger, it's an easier ask. It's probably not even no question. And then for some, again, this is a it's relative to the person who you're talking to, because some people, they don't care what age they are. That's a deal breaker for them. They don't give a damn what the deal is. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
So
definitely.
you know. So I definitely can feel and understand that for sure.
Hmm.
But like I said, her comment was, as you get older, you're in a relationship, some infidelity happens. Should you talk
Hmm.
about it, or should you just leave? And then she followed it up with to say, hey, when you're younger, it's probably easier to make that move. And I would tend to agree. But
Yeah.
again, I think it's relative to the who person you're talking to as to what they may consider doing. Because, like I said, uh, infidelity, no matter what age you're in. You know what I'm saying? They ain't
Yeah.
out of there. You know, the one thing I think me and you discussed this before on our show when you and your wife was together. Like, I
Yeah.
think like when you've been married 30, 40 years, like
Hmm.
walking away at that point, like just take your ass in the other room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
part
know,
right
like
there.
after 30 or 40 years of marriage, bro, go in the other room. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, long as
exactly.
we ain't in there trying to kill one another, go in the other room. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got too much
Yeah.
time and money and invested. Don't bring nobody in this house. Don't disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, if you're
Mhm.
not totally disrespecting me, I can't. Yeah, I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I often wonder how you ever see married couples where one person is sleeping in the other room, they ain't sleeping in the same room.
Oh yeah, yeah. That part right there. They just throwing them
You're
right
like,
on the couch.
You're like, what's going on? Why y'all ain't in the same bedroom?
I had a friend that was kind of like an older guy, and
Uh-huh.
he was saying him and his wife didn't sleep in the same bed, and I
What
was like, huh?
was it
You know,
because he was snoring? Because I know sometimes that could be a thing too.
I think it was times in the night, like, she would be reading a book or something like that,
Uh-huh.
or, he'd be, saying working on some stuff he had going on or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then, he was like, man, we sleep in two different rooms. And I was looking at him like, ain't that's kind of weird? Because I'm used to being in the bedroom with my wife.
Right,
You
right, right,
know,
right.
we get to sleeping in two separate rooms, somebody mad at each other.
Exactly. Hey, to my TikTok family, I really appreciate you guys joining in. The topic today is, and definitely leave your comments. I've never gone live on TikTok, so this is all new to me. So you guys just give me a little grace here. Leave your comments. We're also on YouTube and Facebook. So the topic today: you're in a relationship, or could be in a relationship, and your partner commits infidelity. The question was: when you're older, should you just have a conversation and talk about it, or just leave? Because when you're younger, it's probably easier to start all over again. But when you're older and you got the time and the money invested, and I think that's the biggest thing is people when they got stuff, your money tied up in a person, you like, like if we bounce, like what am I gonna lose? You know what I'm saying? I think
Mm.
that be one of the biggest things, when you got that kind of time invested and you just bounce. So the question is, you're in a committed relationship, whether you're married or just in a committed relationship, and you have the time, and you're older. And I'm just gonna say, when I say older, I'm saying you're over 40. And do you just leave, or do you leave, or do you talk about it to find out? You know what I'm saying? What the problem was. So give me your thoughts, your feedback. I want to know how you guys feel. What you think? I was trying to figure out if I had these little sounds on this little device I had. I don't hear them going off. Okay. Anyway, but that's today's topic. So you guys, you might see my eyes divert from the left to the right, going back and forth, because I'm working off my phone, and we're on TikTok live on a Let's Argue page, and then we're on the other social media platform. We're on Facebook and we're on YouTube. So those are the topics today. Definitely leave your comments. I want to know what you think. Give me your feedback on this particular topic today. And happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. I'm wishing everybody a prosperous and blessed New Year in every area and phase of your life. Thank you for whoever just joined on whether it was Facebook or YouTube. Thank you for joining in. Don't forget to leave a topic. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as well. So today's topic is, we had somebody write me a little while ago. You're in a committed relationship. You're older now. And I'm just gonna say, what up, though? You're older now, and somebody commits infidelity. Do you just leave, or do you have a conversation about that? And it's funny. Dang, I wish I would have. I forgot. You know what? Remember, I told you. I think I talked to you about this, Antoine. We was going to discuss another topic, but I couldn't
Yeah.
find a video clip to put it in here so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
So so this topic kind of came up kind of last minute. So I was like, because I wanted to discuss like a couple different subjects today. And because I kind of want to do like a hot seat thing, so we in and out. We got a couple different topics we're going to talk about today. But anyway, you know who Dr. Umar is?
Yeah.
So this would have been, if I had his video, this would have been perfect for this show, because he was saying, I guess the question was posed to him if he got a daughter, and if his daughter came to him And what advice would he give his daughter if her husband or boyfriend cheated on her? And he said something along the effects of, and I don't want to quote verbatim, but he said something along the effects. He's saying, like, baby girl, if he cheated on you, she, like, try to find out why, what the deal was, what happened surrounding it. What up, Greg? What the circumstances were around why he committed the infidelity. This is what he's saying he would tell his daughter, like, find out, because he was saying it's a man who cheats is probably he didn't do it for any other reason but probably for physical. But a woman who cheats it's a little bit more emotional. You know what I'm saying? This is what he was saying. I tend to agree to some degree. I think when women commit, I'm not saying that they can't be savages like men. For the ladies start coming at me like, oh yeah, we can do what y'all do. I'm not saying y'all can't. What I'm saying is that I think more often than not, when women do commit infidelity, it's more for emotional reasons. You know what I'm saying? I think for some reason, they're not getting what they need emotionally, so they seeking it someplace else. While, they still not getting that emotional need met, they're getting the physical need met. It's just more, I think it's just more of a kind of, I'm getting back at you. You know what I'm saying? Kind of response. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right, guys. So thank you again. Thank you for joining in. What's up, Greg? So the topic today is you're in a relationship. You're over 40 years old. This was somebody wrote me in my inbox and they wanted me to talk about today. You're in a relationship and your partner commits infidelity. Do you just leave versus as when you were younger? I'm saying, do you have a conversation about it versus when you were younger? You probably just leave. Like you ain't really got nothing invested in it. It's not scary. There's not so much fear in starting all over again. Antoine mentioned earlier, he was like, well, Antoine, you go ahead and tell him what your take was on it.
Oh, I told, I figured that first, try to talk about it. It depends if it is the first time.
Okay.
Basically, I was saying if it wasn't the first time, it was a continuously, then you would have to separate from that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people have to really, like you say, you have so much invested in each other. You really have to figure out why was the situation. Why did that person start cheating, or vice versa?
Right.
The person, them or she or he, and see what's going on from there. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like you said, I think sometimes in a woman perspective, it can be more emotional. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're not getting attention they need it when you're supposed to give it to them.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I tend to agree. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to. So my people on TikTok, again, I do apologize because I'm going back and forth between. You guys are on my phone, and then I'm on my laptop for my viewers that are on TikTok and on Facebook and YouTube. Let's see. My man Greg D Intermittent Production says 100% of conversation had to be had. Yeah. So he agrees that a conversation should be had, especially when you're of a certain age. And I think it's the age and it's the time and the money that you've invested into the relationship. Like, it's not that easy to just, and I never understood that until, I myself in the situation, like, it's not that easy to just walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got, especially when you got stuff invested.
Exactly.
And I used to wonder why men sign what they call
prenup.
Prenups. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, it's so crazy, and even women are doing that. Like, hey, you got to sign this prenup, like, hey, I need you to sign this because in the event this thing's don't work out. But I think the beautiful thing is scary, but I think the beautiful thing is you stepping out on faith. You actually, you know what I'm saying? You stepping out on faith and you're committing to this person. Like, hey, we in this together, and whatever may come, we gonna work it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we gonna work it out. So y'all, I got some exciting news while y'all pondering over the question that I posed, which is, if you're in a committed relationship, someone commits infidelity, you guys been in a relationship a longer time. Now, this is the context of the question, so don't try to change it so it fits your answer. The context of the question is this: you're in a committed relationship. You're of a certain age, which means you're a bit seasoned. Say you're over 40, 45, 50. You've been in a relationship and infidelity happens. Do you just leave? Versus when you're younger, you probably would, but you're a little older and you got time and money and everything invested. Do you just leave? Let's see. Greg says, Uh, the problem is at this point, I'm completely faithful. So any treachery like cheating is not taken lightly. Most likely, it's a game changer for me. Loyalty is near the top of my list. Okay, great. I like, hey, at the end of the day, you know what? There is no wrong answer because this is relative to who you are and what you stand for. At the end of the day, you feel me?
Exactly.
It really don't matter. So there is no wrong answer. There's no, I just try to tell people, don't try to change the context of, well, what happened in this, the person that was in infidelity, you're of a certain age, do you walk or do you stay? It's just that simple,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so like I said, guys, so we got some exciting news. Me and my man Antoine, we're about to start a podcast. We're going to be working together on a regular basis daily. I'm definitely excited about it. Antoine, you want to go ahead and fill the people in on what we're going to be doing moving forward, bro?
Okay. So, yeah, me and Antonio are gonna be working action on a podcast called Mind of a Man, and it's gonna be an interesting podcast. Because I think sometimes as men, not trying to knock the ladies, I don't want to get chopped up,
They be ready. They
but
be looking for a
not
reason to
trying to
come
knock the
at us.
ladies. But I think as men, we should be able to have a platform or a voice to express how we feel as men. A lot of times we hold a lot of things in as men and we don't get to express to our women because our woman is looking for us to be that person that's secure, protector, and just be, cover them, not letting
Overall,
anything, bother
overall
us.
solid. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, for
So
sure.
I think this is gonna be a beautiful thing what we doing, and we're gonna have different subjects. Some of them gonna be touchy, but I think that's just part of it. Just
Yeah,
part of being a podcaster and just being a voice.
yeah,
But yeah, Mind of a Man gonna be a beautiful thing. I can't wait to do this partnership with my brother, man.
yeah,
Antonio, cool dude, man.
yeah,
Blessing just to meet him, and sometimes the Most High put things together for a reason,
yeah, yeah,
And oh yeah, we gonna have some stuff. It's gonna be dope, man. I can't wait
yeah.
to y'all get to see the process and what we doing and what we trying to get out there to help just people in general,
Exactly.
in our men too as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it too, bro. Like to be able to tap in with you, to partner with you, and bring guests on our show as well to come
Definitely.
in and other men to give their perspective on whatever topic we may be discussing that day. For
Mhm.
sure. Let's see. Greg says, let's not forget the male ego. Our inability to navigate our emotions effectively is a huge hole in our game. It needs to be a point of emphasis. It needs to be a point of emphasis if a man is looking to elevate himself. Absolutely, bro.
Oh
You
yeah,
I
that's
absolutely. I definitely agree with you. You know what? Whenever I hear somebody talk about the male ego, I pause for a second only because, and you give me your take on this. Yes, I think this is all it's been said from the beginning of time. Men have, they got fragile egos, but I think that women do too. You know
yeah,
why I say that? Because they're not used to being told no.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
not only
That
are they
part.
not they're not used to being told, they're not used to being turned down. Pretty much they get their way. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand women have their challenges as well, just like men do. But I
Mhm.
feel like when people always say that men's egos are fragile, but we're used to being told no all the time. We used
Yeah.
to being turned down. You know what I'm saying? The door shut in
Mhm.
our face. Women, I don't think they have to face that all the time. I think their challenges are a lot different than ours. That's why I say I believe that their ego, when we always talk about the male ego, the woman's ego is fragile as well because they don't. Again, going back to what we talked about earlier, being able to voice your opinion, how you feel to your woman without being gaslit. And, oh, you sassy, and I hate that word, bro. I hate it. Like,
Exactly.
so, mind you, as a woman, you want me to express my feelings, but the moment I do, or I do it or do it too much, now you got a problem with it. I'm being sassy. Like, come on now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. My personal take on that, like I hate that word, because I just feel like it's gaslighting men. And me and you didn't discuss this before.
Mhm.
Men, we have to start communicating how we feel. That's why women outlive us, because I think internally we carry so much and we hold it in. And to Greg's point, he said we do have an inability to navigate our emotions. I agree effectively, but I think that's because we don't communicate them enough.
That part.
If we communicated them more, I think we can navigate on, because man, we're not dumb. You know what I'm saying? We ain't slow on the spectrum. We get it, but we need to communicate a lot more often. And our women are going to have to get used to this is the new norm.
Yeah.
It's not that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a happy wife, happy life. It's happy house, happy spouse. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a chance to be able to come to the table, especially with this gentle parenting crap that's going on out here. Oh, you know, your kids get a chance to say what the hell they want to say, and without repercussions. And like, no, like since they get to come to the table, we get to come to the table. And that does, to me, that doesn't make me less of a man because I'm expressing my feelings or my emotion. I feel like if anything, that makes me stronger because I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have something I need to say, and I need to say, and I need you to hear me. All I'm asking for is give me the same courtesy you want me to give you. You want me to hear you out? Hear me out. Whether you agree with me or not, it doesn't matter. Give me that opportunity to express myself. That's all. You know. Yeah.
Exactly.
My TikTok viewers, what's up? I see y'all tapping in over here. I can't wait to read the comments over here on TikTok. Y'all tapping in for sure. Let's see. Greg says, facts. Once she shuts you down, you are likely to pull your emotional transparency off the table. We all need to create safe spaces for each other to express themselves and express our emotions. Absolutely, Greg, for sure, bro. Yeah. Hey, man, if you want to come into the studio, let me know, bro, because I know me and you always have interesting conversations. But if you want to come into the studio, let me know. I'll send you a link, and then you could come into the studio as well with me and Antoine here. But yeah, for sure, man, I definitely agree. What you said, Greg, is all facts, bro. Like, for sure. Like, and that's the thing too. When we are vulnerable in that way, the moment it's used against us, man. Yeah, we shut down, bro. We do. The moment they use that in any way in the slightest as a weapon against us to try to emasculate us, they don't get no more. If they lucky to get it in the beginning, you know, if they're even lucky for us to open up in that way.
Yeah.
And they do something to emasculate us. Oh, we done.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times that after so long, the man, you know, we'll get frustrated because we feel like we not being heard. You know what I'm saying? As we supposed to be. You know, like how the Bible speak it, like, you know, the woman is for us. You know, and she supposed to be in a submissive, not to the point where like, oh, you gonna do what I tell you, not that type, but you know, as coming together, level headed, like you said. And I think once a man has spoke like how he feel, I think from there it just should be, you know, either the woman should agree, or she don't have to really agree, but come to some type of submissive to say, you know what, let me see how to work on this stage with my husband. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me see how should I work from there. See what his point of perspective, what he's saying. Because you know, a lot of times, like you say, our women that be off emotions, and they feel like, hey, as I'm the wife, you need to listen to what I'm saying. Once I tell you this, what we gonna do? We don't. And a lot of times they can get like that. Like, no, what I said. Hold on.
Oh man, yeah, man. I'm telling you, bro, for sure. Greg, is that your email? What you putting up here? Is that the email that I can send the invite to? Let me know. Just shoot me a comment and let me know if that's the email, because I'll go ahead and send you an invite. You can come in the studio with us as well. Come in the studio with us as well. All right, y'all. We getting close to the end of the half hour. Each segment is going to be about 30 minutes. The topic we were just discussing, and we can still, because this conversation will you'll still be able to, even though it's live now, you'll still be able to chime in even after we shut down for the day. But the question was, the question was sent to me in my DM. A young lady wanted to discuss, when you become a certain age, say over 40, over 45, over 50, and infidelity happens, do you just leave, or should there be a conversation? Versus when you were younger, you're probably like, you know what, I'm out of here. Because you got to consider, when you're older, you got time invested, you got money invested, and you know, and feelings. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. It's a heavier lift once you become a certain age. It may not be more of a excuse me, it may not be much of a lift when you're younger, you know. And again, at the end of the day, it's relative to the person. And I gotta say this, man. I gotta say this. I don't know if y'all see this, but and I know these people probably may not never endorse me. I don't even care, but I love the fact that our people are coming. We are supporting our people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Active Black.
Oh yeah,
Active Black, man. I got this sweatshirt on. When I tell you I love this, my wife got me this sweatshirt. This Joker heavy. I love this sweatshirt, bro. Like I'm telling you, I don't even want to take it off. Like this is a nice sweatshirt. It's kind of like not acid wash, but it kind of got that rustic look, yeah, warm look to it. But I love this sweatshirt, Active Black, and it's called the Anti-Colonizer Cotton Club. And I got a card to go with it. I just can't find the card, but I'm a part of the club, the Anti-Colonizer Club. Man, I love this sweatshirt though. So shout out to Active Black. They got some hype stuff over there. I know he was getting a lot of flack about his prices, but then he put up a great video and he was saying that nobody complains about Ralph Lauren's prices. Exactly. Nobody complains about Tommy Hilfiger prices or all those other designers, which you know they don't. Nobody complain about them. Complain about it, but my advice to him when I left a comment on his page, bro, I support you. I will continue to support you. However, don't worry about the noise. Just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the noise of what, because there are people that are out there supporting them. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody else made a comment, and they basically was kind of saying the same thing I said, but they echoed they echoed this. You're a new designer, and because people know Ralph Lauren has been out there for a while, so people know the quality of that merchandise. They don't really know yours, so that's why they might be a bit apprehensive to pay the prices that you're asking for. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, you know, because they haven't been able to touch it or feel it, and we're in a new age now where malls are almost about to become obsolete. Everything is about to be online.
Yeah.
You know, everything is about to be online. What's up, TikTok viewers? Let's argue. Thank you for tapping in. Don't forget to leave your comments, and we're definitely gonna tap in a little bit later. I appreciate everybody joining. Thank you so much. How y'all doing? Happy New Year to you. So yeah, all right, y'all. We're gonna move to the next topic and our hot topic subject of the day on Let's Argue, and that subject matter is going to be okay. Here's the situation. You are in a committed relationship or you're married and you're about to make a career change, whether that's go to school, change careers. Do you have a discussion with your, should you have a discussion with your, or should you just be like, hey, it's not going to affect them. Me going to school or changing careers is not going to affect them. Should you have a discussion with your significant other, your spouse? What say you?
I'm gonna say, yeah.
Okay.
I actually had a situation like that before, a couple years back. Like actually, when I went back to school for visual communications, applied science, and at that time, I think my wife was just like getting done with her CNA stuff, and because at that moment she went to school, and I had to watch the kids for a moment.
Okay.
But when she got out, you know, doing her career or whatever to get ready started, I ended up picking up a role. Like, you know, I had to explain to her, like, hey, I'm ready for a change. I think this is to help with family, you know, this will help prosper. So, you know what I'm saying? Bring stability to our family. So I'm thinking about going back to school for this.
Okay.
And I was actually going to develop video games.
So when you say you were going back to school, did you actually go physically, like your whole, your body? You wasn't doing online. You had to go.
I went physically to the building. Like I had to.
So you were on campus?
Yeah, I was on campus. So I did full-time work, and I was full-time college student.
Wow.
So I was going, and that was I'm gonna tell you, that one was a big one too, man, because when I did it, you know, she was geeked up. Yay, happy for me, you know. Yeah, I you know, support you all the way, baby. She was with it, you know. I want to say about in the middle of me going to college, you know, trying to get ready. I was almost close to graduating and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
We was going through certain stuff, you know, our kids growing up, stuff was going on with our kids, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. I think a person should talk about it.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
Cause
think
then you
so.
gotta have people like saying if you do got a family, you gotta have somebody watch your kids, you know,
Mm-hmm.
vice versa, stuff like that.
Right, right. I agree. I think if you're making any sort of life change, whether that's going back to school, starting a business, maybe you're thinking about a career change.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you definitely need to have a discussion. And it's not so much that you're looking for their permission, but
Yeah,
just to have the discussion and let them in on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't made that mistake before too, like just jumping in, doing something and not having a discussion. You know what I'm saying? Not even having that conversation because that can make the person feel isolated, you know?
yeah,
And that's going to change the dynamic of your relationship because at the end of the day, the one commodity that we can invest that we can never get back is our time.
exactly.
We can never get that back. So if that time that you're investing in something is going to be taken away from the person that you're with, and there's already minimal amount of time, how do you account for that? Because that person had their adjustments have to be made. And then, like to your point, like you had a family, bro. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
you
man.
went back to full college.
I went back to full college 4 years, man. 4 years.
Man, 4 years.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was. How could I say it? It was a life experience because in between my daughter was like 5 or 6, and my son was only like 3 years old. So I have new, you know, fresh
So
baby.
you left your wife to go back to school with a 5 and 3 year old?
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. It
ooh.
was. It was. It was. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was rough. It
I
was
bet it
rough.
was, man. I
It
bet it
was.
was.
It was
Ooh.
rough.
Ooh, I know every woman who listening to this probably squeezing they
Man. But then
squeezing they.
I ain't gonna lie because it was times where she needed me at that moment. I couldn't be there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I had to focus on. Hey, look, let me get this so we can get to the bag. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. And that's the hard part about, man, you know, saying being married or being in a relationship, man, and
Mhm.
sometimes you may have some goals or you want to do for yourself. And the one thing I can say is that I think women in general, they put their goals, dreams, and desires on the back burner for their family. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? They do. I think a lot of them do, and they allow us to do what we need to do. And I think that's just, maybe what they consider a part of their support role or being our rib. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they do that a lot, and we as men might sometimes take that for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
We may sometimes take that for granted. So, and I can understand when certain, women's frustration when they speak out of anger or emotions or whatever, because they like, hey, you're not getting it. I've sacrificed this so you can do that. You know what I'm saying? And this is
Exactly.
and what I'm asking for as a return is this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Mhm.
I can definitely understand that for sure. I can definitely understand that. So if you're just tuning in, whether you're on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, to this show today, we are doing kind of a hot topic. We're kind of like spades, rise and fly. So the earlier topic we discussed was if you're older, you're in a committed relationship, infidelity happens, do you just leave? That was the 30 minutes ago. We're on a new segment now, the next 30-minute segment, and this topic is um should you have to discuss career changes or any kind of changes that may be made in your life personally with your significant other, with your spouse? Should that happen? Should you be doing that? All right, my man Greg said, imagine the quarterback running the play without telling the rest of the offense, the play and the assignments. Facts. No cap there, bro. Yeah, you're right about that. Uh, it's imperative that the whole team know what the play you're calling.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I remember, man. So I was in high school, right? And he told me this years later. So my man Sean, right? This is my guy too. And I was the quarterback of our high school football team. So he because he wanted the ball. The coach sent him in with a play. He didn't told me the wrong play because he wanted to design the play to go to him. And I don't know what happened. I think the ball got intercepted or I got tackled, sacked or something. So the coach, I get back to the sideline. He didn't grab my helmet and smack me in the head. Why did you do that? And I'm like, and so my boy talking about he didn't slid down on the end of on the sideline so the coach won't see him. I'm like, I'm only running the play that was sent in to me. He told me this years later after we done grown and then graduated and got families and everything. I said, bro, really? You didn't lie? You lied to me because you wanted the ball. He come running in there telling me the wrong play because he wanted to get the ball. I said, man, you out cold, boy. But yeah, man. Yep, class of 88, baby. Class of 88 for sure. Yeah, man. So yeah, I think that when you are in a relationship and there's going to be any changes made to your schedule, you know what I'm saying? Like if your schedule's going to change, yeah, you should have a conversation because at the end of the day, I remember I was explaining to my wife about spider web. Like a relationship is like a spider web.
Mm-hmm.
The ripple effects, I don't care how far out on the edges of that spider web that fly is, that spider can sense it. You feel what I'm saying? So any changes in your relationship, it's going to reverberate down and eventually you're going to feel it. Whether that's you, her, you know what I'm saying? Like you're going to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to feel it. So you have to, and I think that comes with practice too, you know, because if you're used to kind of making calls on your own about your own life, and that goes for both parties, both sexes, really, you're used to making calls on your own, calling plays on your own. It is a bit of a change and adjustment to start letting the whole team know what's going on, especially if you're used to calling the plays and doing it yourself. It's not any different than women struggling with allowing men to come in to be the leader when they've had to carry the load for so long. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's no different than them relinquishing that role and that power that those responsibilities onto somebody else. Of course, you know, we can go into all the nuances of that, but ultimately what I'm saying is that I can see why they also struggle with giving up that position. Exactly. If they've been used to doing it for so long, they didn't had to do it for so long. You know, and like I said, that's a whole nother rabbit hole we can go down as to why Black women have had to do that and all that. That's not what this conversation is about today. So we can do that another time. Today's topic is you're in a relationship, you make a change, whether it's going back to school, starting a business, your schedule's about to change at work. Maybe even what if you're accepting a promotion? Oh, yeah. Should you discuss that too, or should you just come on like, baby, I got a promotion? And not listen. Okay, here I'm gonna go you one better.
All right.
You get a promotion. You got a job offer. It's a promotion not only for some more money, but it's gonna change your schedule.
Yeah, I think you should discuss that.
So what if you heard the numbers and you went on ahead like, shit, I'm signing right now. Yeah, come on.
I think so.
Or should you be like, can I wait because I want to go home and discuss it with my family?
Yeah, that's deep. What if they said you can't wait? Is right now? Yeah, you know you ain't gonna get it. What's up?
What's up? Right. Man, I don't know. I would hope most women be like, okay, how much difference is it in pay? Because if it ain't a whole lot, you need to go back to doing.
Going back to sit down somewhere. Yeah. I went through that when I was working when we was at, and this was a couple months. I think it was back here before the summer last year.
Hey, not to cut you off, Antoine, but Greg said, "I'm taking that money. I'll fill her in later."
Yeah, sometimes I'm gonna be real. Sometimes you have to, you know, like especially it depends. Like he said, the bag. and you know you've been working to try to level up.
Yeah.
I think
And as a man,
sometimes our mates have to have an understanding, like, hey, look, because I mean, if it was up to them, a lot of times they're gonna go get that bag. They're gonna say, hey, no, we need this bag. Look, you're gonna have to just deal with it for right now, because
yeah,
I think sometimes in that moment, like you said, it depends what's going on. Because I used to be a matter of fact, now I inventory, and
Greg
they offered me the job.
Greg. So hold on, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm trying to
No,
read the
go ahead,
comments that come in. He talking about fumble the bag and you're gonna be on the couch, buddy.
For real, I'm trying to tell you.
Go ahead. What you saying now?
I think our women, they'll tell you go get the bag. It ain't don't go get the bag. Especially if you tell them like, hey, yeah, this job, they're gonna give me 100,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you was like, well, I was just thinking about what shit. They gonna look at you like, you better go get that. What you talking about? You had to think about it. I was like, I was trying to run it with you. They gonna look at you like you crazy.
Okay, even if and again, we take things a little bit out of context, and that's cool right now. But even if it's gonna be a major shift and change in your schedule, she'll still be like, okay, yeah, go ahead and get it.
Yeah, my wife did it with me when I had to switch from, because we both work night shift, and when I had to switch from that to days, and she was on night, she was like, "Dang!" But when I told her about the bag, she was like, "Hey, you better go get that money. So you nah, go ahead, go get that." You told me say that. I was like, "Well,
what?" You said, "How many
zeros? I'm gonna be on
zeros?"
the different. And I try to break it. I said, well, ain't that, she's like, nah, you better go ahead and do what you gotta do, because I'll be all right.
Right.
And thankfully that her schedule was actually good, set for her to be able to take the kids to school. You get what I'm saying? That was the good part, so we was kind of good. But like, I wonder if it's a topic touchy, if you had to move out of town.
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah, I was gonna bring that. Let's see. Greg said he said he's sitting here with his fiance, and she said it depends on the level of upheaval balance against the increased income. Okay, just like a woman. Get real philosophical on us real quick.
Yeah.
All right, Greg. Shout out to your queen. We was such a creative response there for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say that as well, just to try to introduce a different context of that. Let's say you have to relocate for this money. What happens then? What do y'all say, audience, people in the comments? What do you say? Do you still discuss it? Is there a discussion, or do you go? I'm thinking about my man Greg, and his fiance said, does the amount of money that the upheaval is going to call balance against what the increases will be? Like, are we talking about, a significant increase or just a moderate increase, and you got to go with the hopes of, and then here we can even take it a little deeper. Say it's an increase, not a major increase, but with the hopes that you do this for 90 days, 6 months, you're gonna get that bag. Do you do it? Would you allow the person to do it? And this reminds me of a show my wife was watching one day while I was watching this show. It's called Married to Medicine. And one of the wives had to go back to school, I want to say, for something. And upon going back to school, she had to move to a different state, but she would be, commuting back and forth. It wasn't what that caused the problem, at least from my perspective, watching the show. He was mad because the responsibility of the kids were fully on him now. Greg said, "What if the wife gets the offer with relocation attached?" And that's what we're talking about, Greg. That's what I was saying. That there was a show I was watching. It was called Married to Medicine. I just so happened to be, my wife was watching, and I was just sitting there looking at, because I really like them reality shows. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get on my nerve. It just be too much fake mess going on, and But anyway, they be doing stuff for TV. But anyway, the wife, to your point, Greg, she went back to school, but she had to, I don't know if it was an internship or whatever it was. She had to relocate, but she was going to be commuting back and forth. The husband was having a problem with it because the responsibility of their children solely fell on him now. And see, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. This where women have a problem, because if the shoe was on the other foot, I think they would probably wouldn't even be, I don't think it would really be an issue for them. Okay, you got to relocate to temporarily, but you're going to be commuting back and forth. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost expected of them, because even though they're our kids, it's your responsibility to make arrangements for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that they feel like we take for granted with them. Like
that part. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How dare you? Like, these are our children, but it's my responsibility to make arrangements for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that where we are, we can be a little bit insensitive in that area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not taking into consideration that these are our children, not just your children. They are. So we need to figure out how we're going to make arrangements for them if this is what you're going to do. And that door swings both ways, no matter whether it's the wife that's in this scenario has to relocate, or the husband has to relocate. The conversation needs to be had. Okay, what's the plan? What are we going to do? Because I'm not going to be able to be here on a regular basis temporarily. What's the plan? What do we do? Do I need to send extra money? Do we need to have your mother move in, or one of your relatives or one of my relatives to come take care of the kids? You know what I'm saying? I have to send some extra money back to the house to cover that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a conversation needs to be had. And and maybe your wife might even be like, you know what, babe, don't worry about it. I got it taken care of. You just do what you need to do there. Concentrate on what you need to do, get in that bag so we can do what we need to do here. You know what I'm saying? Improve our life here, whatever that is, But I think not having a conversation sends a message to your woman that she can't trust you, she can't count on you, you taking her for granted. So many different things,
Yeah.
Ladies, chime in. Tell me, what do you think? I would like to hear you guys hear y'all opinion on this particular subject matter. There's a relocation attached to a job offer with significant zeros behind it. What should the conversation be had? And if he has to relocate, how do you handle that? Or let's flip it around. What if you had to be the one to relocate? Fellas, tap in. Let me know what you think. Would it be worth it? Would the numbers have to be real? I mean, they would have to be significant increase, or the numbers have to be big in order for you to even consider it. I think it's definitely an insult and a slap in the face for either party in that circumstance to just take the job offer and not discuss it.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. I don't care.
I was about to just say that too.
Yeah, I don't care if it's the woman or the man, and I don't care how big those numbers are. Like, you at the very least have the discussion. You know what I'm saying? Even if you already got your mind made up as to what you're going to do, like, have a conversation.
Exactly.
Have a conversation.
I feel like at that moment, that person don't have no respect for the individual. I think respect just went all out the window. When you say y'all don't come to agreement of talking about it and see how we gonna balance out, like you said, even if the numbers is at a higher amount, I think that person, both of the couples should be able to talk about it, even vice versa.
Yeah.
Now, if that person included, like you said, TV reality, I seen something like that on TV. It was a reality show. Not trying to take it on top, but I seen a reality show that was like that, and the guy's wife was a reporter, and they offered her another bag to go to a whole nother state. And, they had so much invested where they was at, house, cars, the kids, different stuff like that, owning, buildings and different stuff like that, land. And he said, dang, how we just gonna go, switch up and just go here to a place when we done invested everything already here? Why are we going over there where we already got what we need?
Right.
And I think she got triple the offer she had, but she already had took it and didn't tell the husband
Oh,
till it was. Oh man, they was getting into it. It was real bad, bro. It was
wow,
real bad.
wow, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she already had took the offer without even telling them, not even talking to the spouse about like, well, this is what I'm gonna do. What you think? You know, because the boss, like I said, he threw a thing up like, hey, if you don't get it now, then you off the team. You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? And that's crazy. Like to for your boss to put you in that kind of situation, I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. Greg says, oh, okay, no, that was the same question earlier. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I think that if there's going to be any change in anyone's schedule, you just got to have a conversation. You just got to
Yeah.
have a conversation.
I agree.
Yeah, it's no way around that, because especially even if because you tend to think selfishly at first, like, oh, this ain't gonna impact them that much. It's gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, how do you know? It ain't you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not me making a change that's gonna affect your life. It's you making a change that's gonna affect my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, you just gotta have a conversation. You gotta have a
Yeah.
conversation for sure. At the end of the day, you gotta have a conversation. So man, yeah, let's yeah, I'm excited about. I do want to talk a little bit about our show. I think it's gonna be. I'm definitely looking forward to Mind of a Man. We're gonna try to definitely bring a different take than what you're seeing on other shows, especially as it relates to men. To being able to get men to talk about the things that we don't normally talk about, how we analyze, how we evaluate things that we want and expect. Because I think we definitely need to start voicing our opinions about how we feel, what we think about stuff, and
Mhm.
and I'm not talking about those men who are dictators in their house and the woman is cowering. I'm not talking about that. I'm
Mhm.
referring to looks like TikTok. You can only go live for so long, huh? Okay, that's cool. Well, sorry TikTok, but I appreciate everybody tuning in. It's about to end in a second. Definitely, it was great.
Mhm.
For a while it lasted. Looked like you could only be on TikTok for a little while, but thank you. Looking hopefully my viewership grows. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, you just have to you got to talk about it. Oh, I know what I was talking about. So I got off topic. I'm thinking about a couple different things. Yeah. So our
Yeah.
show that we're going to do, Mind of a Man, I think the interesting piece of it is going to be um, just delving into our psyche a little more about how we process things. You know what I'm saying? Like what we think about things in that moment, uh,
Mhm.
and evaluating them and giving women a deeper understanding. It's so funny because I saw a show today where there was some women on there, and these look like some women who were kind of about their business too, and they were saying it's your job as the wife to study your man.
Mm.
Like you need to actually study him.
Yeah.
And so she was, and the woman said, before y'all women start trying to come for me, oh, what he need to be doing. She was like, no, if you're with a man who is also not paying attention to you, then you're with the wrong man. But you need to be studying him,
Exactly.
knowing what makes him tick, what makes him move, what you know what I'm saying. I was like, wow, I never
Deep.
heard that before. Yeah.
It's really true though. She was
Hmm.
right on that.
Yeah. She was like,
Real.
you need to be studying your man. Let's see. Greg says, tell the TikTok crowd to come on over to the tube. Right. Your TikTok trial going over to
Yeah.
YouTube. Let's argue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gonna
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah. Let's tap in over there for sure.
Mhm.
Okay. So there we almost at the end of this half hour um with this particular topic, which was you're in a committed relationship. Something happens that you're doing a change, whether it's going back to school, a job relocation. I think job relocation, you got to discuss it with your partner. Like that's not even, I think, but say you're going back to school, you're probably not even thinking that's a big ask. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But going back to school, or say you want to start a business or whatever,
Yeah.
um,
Definitely.
yeah, a conversation should be had. You definitely should need to have a conversation about
Mhm.
that. It's just necessary. If you're just tuning in, um, don't forget to tap in, leave a like, a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you're on TikTok, we appreciate you tuning in for sure. Thank you. Shout out to you. for tapping in with me. I'm hoping that viewership grows over there on TikTok. Thank you so much. We're definitely trying to get to the bag on all social media platforms. I couldn't figure out how to stream to Instagram, so we're gonna get that together the next time. This platform that I'm on, and shout out to StreamYard, like it's expensive, but it's so much stuff you can do on here. It really is. It's a lot of stuff. I haven't even scratched the surface on all the little changes they've made on this particular streaming platform to be able to tap in, but I'm definitely gonna do it and figure out how to make this thing work, especially when me and you get ready to do our thing, you know.
Oh, definitely. Because
Yeah,
I found some other streamers too as well.
yeah. So we gonna tap in and get some stuff done. So yeah, me and brother Antoine here before we close out and run into the next segment. We're gonna be doing a podcast together. It's called Mind of a Man, and it's basically gonna be we're going to tap into how men think, how we process stuff. You know, letting go of some of the things that that society has put on us that we don't talk about. And especially black men, you know, for me, it's always about us. You know, I'm just keeping it. It's not that I have anything against any others, but I focus. I try to focus on our people as much as we can, as much as possible, because we got to figure out a way to come together, a way to dispel the narratives and stuff like that. Let me ask you this, man, before I go on to this next topic. This is the strangest thing I ever heard. So I did not know that some black women do not like being called queen.
Wow. I ain't never heard of that either.
I said, huh? So one and one girl was like, well, my name is blah blah. I want you to call me by my name, and no, don't call me that. And so my wife was telling me that some women don't like it because they said what they call them fuck boys use it as a way to get in.
Oh, the way to get in.
Yeah. Hey, queen, grand rising, and you know, so they don't like, you know, and I'm like,
I've seen them type of guys before.
but here's my thing on that.
Yeah.
How is that any different than saying, hey, baby, how you doing? Good morning. Because my sister-in-law said that she was like, I love it. She said, especially if the guy's not trying to holler at me, you know, like I'm cool with that. And my cousin, a couple other women was like, no, I love it. And one girl was like, I'm a queen already. So him saying it just reaffirms it. I already know I'm a queen, but him saying it to me just reaffirms it. So, but the thing is that the narrative, and I don't want to go into this too much because I got one other topic I want to discuss before we close the show out. But it just that mind boggled me. We'll say that for another conversation, but I ain't gonna even lie. That, like, really, so you're looking at the those bad apples who are using that word to do something, I'm gonna say nefarious. So you're gonna let that spoil? Because here's the thing, like, especially if you believe what Malcolm X said, that black women are the most disrespected people on the planet. And here we are trying to change the narrative by referring to you as queen. It's showing a different level of respect, and you don't like it, don't want to receive it. I don't know.
But some of them will take that other word. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know. Dog.
Yeah. You ain't gotta say it. I say it for you. The bitch word. I get it. I know what you're saying. I say it for you. And that's the other thing about our element of the show. Like, I know he ain't gonna cuss. I will. So I'll say it for you.
The female dog. Right, you know, they love to say that. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you would take that though?
Yeah, man. And I'm like I told my wife the other day, if we were out and say, like, you know, say a guy bumped into her, like, you know, and he said, oh, excuse me, queen. I'm not about to get mad about that. That's not she is a queen. She not his queen, but she is a queen.
Exactly.
Why? I would look like a total clown. I got mad. Don't be calling my wife no queen. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Man, I don't know. I don't know. I just look at I felt like I just look at things differently in that regard. Okay, anyway. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. Let's see. Greg says, we're gonna get into this queen thing. We must lead from the front to help our sisters heal. Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely gonna get it. Right. You're absolutely right, Greg. That'll be one of the next topics we'll discuss. All right, so here's a topic I want to discuss. This actually came from a game that I have. It's called and I always play games on this show, Naughty Nice. So this will be the last subject of the night, everybody. A man is out shopping with his wife. He sees his ex.
Mm.
No, his ex sees them, and she says hello to both him and his wife, and then the ex proceeds to tell her ex about um a particular cologne that he should get. She picks it out for him that he should get it. He should buy it. The husband proceeds to buy it. The wife tells him not to. Who's wrong? The wife for being insecure, the man for being dumb, the ex for being disrespectful, or all of the above?
Shoot, I'm gonna go for all of the above.
Okay,
I
explain.
feel the reason why first the ex was out of order because that was years ago. Y'all had that relationship. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be petty on that person's part, the ex or whoever they are.
Mhm.
It'd been petty for them because it's like throwing shots at them. Like, yeah, I know what they still like, or vice
right,
versa.
right.
And then if the man listen, and if your wife asked you to do something, or vice versa, and you didn't listen, but you listen to this woman that used to be yours or that male, then you're gonna have an issue at home because they're gonna ask you like, "Dang, I'd have gave you advice to get something like this, and you never did, but you gonna listen to that person." So now you finna argue with you're gonna have
you
vice
might be
versa.
on the couch or be on
You
one
know,
side of the bed
I'm trying
tonight.
to tell you.
Don't put your feet over here.
Exactly. So I think, yeah, that'd be a bad take. I ain't nothing wrong with taking advice, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't buy that because then it shows how can I say? Because women, they real king at pointing out certain things.
Mhm.
Especially if it was an ex and they knew about that person.
Mhm.
Oh man. They'd be like, yeah, I remember such do that for you. And yeah, and then you gonna listen to her too when we seen her at the store. You ain't listening to me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Yeah, that right there, I think it'd be bad on all.
Okay, I'm gonna repeat the question for anybody who just tuning in. You, as a man is out shopping for cologne with his wife. His ex sees them, and his ex sees them, and she says hello. She then tells him a cologne to pick. The man tries to buy it, but the wife tells him not to. Who's wrong? A, the wife for being insecure. B, the man for being dumb. C, the ex for being disrespectful. Or D, all of the above. Let's see. Greg said if the dude doesn't get the hell out of there immediately, he's done.
For real,
He
he
said,
ain't lying.
no way you allow those forces to meet. Self-preservation first.
For real, you gotta see them coming, man.
Oh man, listen. In that situation, I definitely think the man not then. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you how I would have played that situation because maybe it was unavoidable. She comes
yeah,
up.
for real. It
I'ma
would
tell
kind
you-
of sound like
Yeah, let me tell you how I would have played that situation. So my ex comes up, she says hi to both of us. Oh, and she picks out a cologne. I'd have been, oh, that's nice, thank you. Yeah, this does smell good. I would have put it down and said, and me and my wife would have went on about our merry way.
that part right there.
That's exactly what I would have did. I'd have
For
been, you
real.
know what? That's nice. You know what? It does smell good. What you think, babe? And been like, okay, I'm gonna put this down. And you know what? And then we would have proceeded to go on our way. Now that doesn't mean my wife would have been like, because see, women would be petty and be like, oh, it smell all right. And it could have been smelling good, but she might be petty enough to be like, oh, yeah, it smell all right. I don't think so. I don't think it smell all that good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But me and my wife went over this exact same question, and she told me, she said, it don't matter to me because I'm the one gonna be smelling it on you, so I don't care. Which threw me for a loop because I know my wife, her level of petty is there. She can be petty, so it kind of threw me for a loop that was her response. I was like, oh, okay. But I don't care. She said I wouldn't care because I'm the one gonna be smelling it on you. She ain't gonna be smelling it on you, so whatever.
Yeah.
You know. She said, but I think she said, if I can recall, because I don't think she said we would have bought it right then and there. We might have circled back later and got it because I don't want to give her that win that moment. But she said we probably would have circled back and got it. But she was like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be the one smelling on you. She not gonna be smelling on you. So I don't, like I don't care. Which, like I said, surprised me because I
Yeah.
know her level of petty can be petty. She can go there.
Yeah.
So that's what it kind of threw me for a loop. But yeah, I in that moment, that's exactly what I would have did. Oh, you know what? This does smell nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. And say, and maybe even ask my wife, hey, smell this. What you think about this? You like this? Yeah, if you like it,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have even added that. If you like it, I'm gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And and she would have had the opportunity in that moment to be like, no, okay, cool. All right, well, it's nice meeting you. Thank you. Hope you have a good day, and we gonna keep it moving. We gonna beeline in the other direction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that's the tricky one. So if you're just tuning in, here's the question. A man is out shopping for cologne with his wife. His ex sees them and says hello. She then tells him a cologne to pick. The man tries to buy it, but the wife tells him not to. Who's wrong? A, the wife for being insecure. B, the man for being dumb. C, the ex for being disrespectful. Or D, all of the above. What say you? What do you guys think? Do you think that the man was being dumb? Was the wife being insecure? Which you said all of the above, Antoine?
Yeah. I said all of the above.
Okay. Now, you don't think that would start an argument if you're accusing your wife of being insecure? Why do you think the woman was being insecure? Why would you agree that the one? Because you said all of the above. Why would you think the woman was being insecure? The wife was being insecure.
The reason why I think she would be insecure because even though that woman might have said a certain cologne to get, it's an effect that the relationship that you and your husband have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why I feel that way. Like, if she getting insecure over that, and we've been to so many years plus, and that's old time, and we going back home when we leave here together.
Right.
What's the sense you being insecure about her? I don't even think about it no more. We
Right.
ain't talk
I
to
ain't
her
think
no more.
right. And we
You
just so
know,
happened to run into her in the
just to
mall.
run
So
into her, and he wasn't even trying to run into her.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. I think all of the above is definitely there. Like the man not to try to do that in that moment definitely
Yeah,
was a misstep on his part. You
yeah,
not in that moment.
yeah.
Let's see. Greg said my old lady is an apex female. Any other female comes too close and we all gonna die. Okay.
I'm trying to tell you.
Greg, so did she hear the question too? Did she hear the question? What did she say? What was she doing in that moment?
That's deep,
I
man.
want to hear your wife's perspective based on the question there. What would she do in that moment if that happened to her, you two? Because she literally ain't nobody gonna die. I know you being funny, like she ain't trying to, ain't nobody gonna die. But I want to know what would she do in that moment, given the same circumstance. You run into one of your ex, she suggests a cologne. What would she do? Greg says, seriously, yours is a good solution. Take the advice, say thank you, and get the heck out of there. Yeah,
Real, I'm
right.
trying to tell
Yeah.
you.
I know that's
Oh,
exactly what I'm be like. Oh yeah, that's nice. Thank you. I appreciate
it got
the
on down.
suggestion. Yeah, and I'd
Mm-hmm.
immediately defer to the wife. Like, yo, what you think about this? You like this, babe? If you like it, then I'm gonna get it. If you don't
Yeah,
like it, we out there. If she even if she said didn't like it, but really did like it, I I would definitely be. I don't think I would have bought it in that moment. I'd have been like, "Oh, thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate it," and then we bounce it. You feel me?
yeah,
Yeah.
real.
Um. Okay. He said he gonna ask his wife what she think. So yeah, I think that in that circumstance, I definitely would have deferred to the missus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Deferred to the queen real quick. Like, yo, what you think about this? And
exactly,
you like it? If you like it, then hey, I'm gonna get it. And
exactly.
hopefully, because you know what? Because you that's the other thing too. That's why I can't wait for us to do our show. Has there ever been times where you had there have been situations you like, damn,
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm gonna go home and ask her this or say this to her because I don't know how she gonna respond. Like, I don't like that. Like,
yeah.
not feeling comfortable enough to say something because you don't know how they're gonna respond. And I get it. Women feel the same way as well. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
know they do. But like, I don't know if I want to ask her this because I don't know how she gonna respond, how she gonna take this. And you know what I want to do, Antoine, for our show? Man
Mm-hmm.
of a man. There's a couple females I want to bring on our show too.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I got
Definitely.
two I got in mind that'll be perfect for this platform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're listening, Jessica, I want to get you on here because her and her husband, they like, I love their energy together, but they have a excellent. I had them on my show one time. They did my Black Marriage Chronicles. Like the way they, you have to go back and watch their show on my, go to my YouTube channel and watch my interview I did with them. Like they had so many freaking challenges and the stuff that they told me they went through. I was like, I don't know how y'all survived it. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Mm-hmm.
had some stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
But she has a platform now, and she talked about, I think she said she called it the gray area.
Yep.
How you navigate that in your marriage. So I definitely want to get her on the show. So Jessica, if you're listening, we might even have you as the first guest on the
Mm-hmm.
show for real, because she has a lot of good uh solutions to help couples navigate things. You know, I don't know if she's not a marriage counselor or anything like that. She does some other stuff, but I know that particular topic, and I think that she has a social media platform where she discusses this. It's called the Gray Area. So Jessica, we definitely want to have you on the show. So pencil us in. I was supposed to have her on the show anyway on another show, but I definitely want to bring her onto our show, Mind of a Man, because I believe she definitely has some nuggets. Not only did she'll be able to offer men, but be able to offer women as well. So we want to definitely get her on the show. And the other young lady I want to get on the show, she's about to get married. And I used to work with both of these young ladies because we all used to do acting. That's how I met them. Is my little sister. I call her call her my little sister and can't remember her name. Oh my god, I can't remember her name. It'll come to me. But yeah, so we definitely want to get these young ladies on our show. And she's a doctor. She just got her PhD too. Oh man, I cannot think of her name off the top of my head. This escapes me. Let's see. Greg says we not buying that trash and we moving to the Givenchy Big Mama likes. He said, okay. See, that's what I'm saying. That's a woman.
Yeah.
Even she might like that cologne, but she ain't
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
say it in
gonna
front of
say,
her.
say it in front of her. I know my wife, the type of the ones like, nah, we going over here. What's she talking about?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
tell her go
right.
sit down somewhere.
Gotta go sit down somewhere. I hear that.
I'm
Like,
like, what?
go on with your
Okay.
mess. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Nobody buying that. You out of your get on away from here. What you talking about? I know that's right. Yeah, that's too funny. But yeah, I definitely, man, I'd have escaped that situation so smooth.
Man,
Oh, that's
quick.
nice. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate it. We gonna go on over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, here,
Mm-hmm.
you like this, babe? We out of here. Yeah,
Yeah.
we ain't doing that because I ain't trying to have no problems. I don't want no, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't want no questions after we leave. Like, don't
No,
ask me
no.
nothing.
I don't, because they might say, how she know you was up here? I don't know.
Or it's gonna go into how she knows she was up here, and
Yeah, like, I
um
don't know.
why, how she know what you like, and why would
Yeah,
you,
it's
I'm
over
like,
with.
oh my god, are we really about to do this? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Now
Ready
you got
too.
all these doggone questions because you happen to run into your ex at the mall and she suggested some cologne. Like, come on
Man.
now. We ain't about to have
Yeah,
a
but
whole fallout. Like, that's what you like?
man,
What?
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Mm.
Yeah, so they get funny like that. They get funny like that. I wonder how but I don't see that. That's the thing. I don't think a man would do that.
Nah, I
I don't
think, man, nah, man, a lot of time, man wouldn't even walk up to that couple,
Yeah.
especially if he knows they ex. I think we
Hmm.
got more of a respect thing to a certain extent with men.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you something. A woman gonna probably look at him in his when I already gave him that look. Don't come over here
Yeah, like,
before you even get wind of it. She done
yeah.
already looked them off. Like, yo, you know how you look off the safety. You know what I'm saying? You look
Mm-hmm,
them off.
mm-hmm.
She done already frozen. Like, hey, don't come over here.
Exactly. I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you, I'd have seen some of my and I ain't never go where they was at. I keep going. I
So
don't
you
even
keep
want you to
going.
know I'm around.
But I'm telling you, women and probably already gave him that look. Don't even come
Yeah,
over here.
come over here.
Don't even come over here.
Yeah, are you alright?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
done already looked them off. She done gave him that look. Look, don't even come
yeah,
over here.
don't do that.
Yeah, just stay on over there. Don't come say hi, nothing. Just keep it moving. And I often thought about like uh, you know how you be someplace
Mhm.
and you wonder because every time we go someplace, I'll always know somebody. I
Yeah,
would say
me
every
too.
time
Just about.
we done been out of town and I done ran into people in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So she be like, so but I do know a lot of people, but and I'll be often wondering, do she see people that she know? Like we even ran into people that
Yeah,
she know, but I'd be wondering like must any of her exes, like
yeah, come around.
yeah,
She
yeah,
just
we
never said anything.
and never said anything. I often wonder about that. I know one time we ran to some guy. She said, and I think she only revealed this to me because there was probably nothing there.
Yeah.
There was a guy we ran into downtown. We were out hanging out one day, and when I saw the guy, I was like, "You went out with him?" And she kind of gave me the backstory on it, whatever. And she was like, and it takes one of our kids to kind of tell us about it, the story. But I was like, I'm looking at the guy. I was like, what? You went out with him?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay. He don't
Yeah.
even seem like nobody who would even got
No second
conversation from you.
now.
Like
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure, you went out with this clown. But okay, yeah. Yeah,
That's
so but yeah,
funny.
it's crazy, man. Yeah, that's just that whole dynamic. I definitely would have tried to pivot away from that. All right, y'all. So the topic today is a man is out shopping with one of the topics. We didn't discuss three today. So we kind of like rising and flying here. A man is out at the mall with his wife, they're shopping for cologne. He sees his ex. The ex says hello to both him and his wife, then proceeds to suggest a cologne that he should buy. He proceeds to buy it. The wife tells him not to. Who's wrong? Is the wife for being insecure, the husband for being dumb, or the ex for even suggesting it, or all of the above? What do you guys say? What do you think? TikTok, what you guys talking about over here? We still live on TikTok, or did they cut us off? I think they cut us off. All right, we'll get back with TikTok later. So what do you guys think? Should you oh we had a little bit of a following here. And send this on over to the book, bro. Yeah, so what you guys think? Tell me your thoughts. We got about 8 minutes left before we end this podcast. For sure. And to talking about the couple different topics we discussed. And the beauty about going live, guys, that you will have a opportunity to still leave your comments, and I will go back and read them. I most certainly will. I will definitely go back and read them. So don't forget to still, even though you might not have been part of the live conversation, you still can leave your comments and thoughts, and we'll be able to go back on there. You can always hit Antoine up. Can you leave your because you know what, man, we gotta get an email
Yeah,
account. Yeah, we got to do all of that,
we
man.
can do
So
everything.
yeah, we got to. There's a lot of stuff we got to do. But if people want to, go, you know what, bro? I didn't even give you a chance to plug your channel. I know we got the thing
Oh
that
yeah.
we're going to be doing. Tell me about, what you going to be doing. What
Okay,
you got going
so
on? Yeah, go ahead and tell us what you got.
so go to Child. Well, my platform is called Go to Child Entertainment TV, and it's a multimedia platform where I showcase tech, shoes. I've been doing vlog like traveling and stuff like that. Family channel, and it's a little bit about myself. It's been going pretty good. Right now, we got a giveaway. I'm giving away a free Android phone called the Nothing 2A Plus. It's a UK
Oh shoot!
brand,
Let me put
which
my
is
hat. Let
dope.
me throw my hat in the ring. I don't do Android, but I give it to the missus. I don't do Android. I give it to the queen.
Yeah, and actually, that's what we're doing. Starting off the 2026 year,
Okay.
um, we got a lot of new stuff in store. I'm actually working on something called In the Mind of Tweez.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's another vlog that I got. I
Okay.
did behind the scenes where I was with the content creators in 2025 content
Okay.
creation thing. It was pretty dope.
Yeah.
But
Shout
yeah,
out to
that's what I
Q.
do.
Shout out to Q. Yeah.
Yeah,
That.
shout
Shout out
out
to
to
Quincy
Q, man.
Q.
I had
Yeah.
fun. I enjoyed it with him. That was another brother I was with. That was one of Antonio's friends. Cool brother.
Yeah.
We Go to Child Entertainment TV, man. You can subscribe. on YouTube. Go to Child Entertainment TV. It'll pop up with the white and gold letters. Share my page, man. I talk about faith-based stuff too as well. You know what I'm saying? Teachers and word as well. So it's a multimedia platform where everything is going on my channel. We just don't do one thing, but we do multiple things.
Yes. This brother got a lot going on, and I want to say, like, one of the things that I know we're going to talk about on the show, I mean, you discussed is as a man, keep moving forward.
Yeah,
I don't care what. Like, I know sometimes things don't go always. We have the best laid plans, and things don't always go as we design them to, or want them to, or looking for them to. To say keep moving forward. Like, I'm so glad I met this brother, because I'm like, I have a platform now. He didn't kind of gave me a resurgence as to doing what I'm doing, like on this channel right here. To not only do this, but my other channel, my Black Marriage Chrono channel, and now we're about to do this Mind of a Man, to just keep moving forward. Like, guys, I know sometimes we get stuck in our own head about things when they're not moving the way we want them to, but don't sit there dwelling on that. Keep moving forward. Even if you're still thinking about what didn't go right and all that other stuff, just keep moving forward. Don't stand still. Do not stand still. So that's definitely my advice for anybody, not just men, not just my brothers, anybody who's listening. Like, don't stand still. Keep moving forward. I know things because I'm dealing with some challenges in my own life as well. Like, and I'm giving myself that advice. Just keep moving. Like, don't stand still. Keep moving forward. Before you know it, the dedication and hard work that you put in will eventually pay off. And like because God rewards the faithful. He want to see where you are, how faithful you are. Let's see somebody. Oh, okay. Yes, I see it. You put it in the private chat. Okay.
Yeah.
I can I copy it?
I wish I would have sent the other stuff on there too as well too.
Yeah.
Like, copy paste my links.
Yeah, I'm about to paste it in here now though. I'm gonna see if it'll let me paste it.
Okay.
Yep, it did. Yeah. So I was able to paste it in here.
Right.
Yeah. So guys, I just pasted his link in there as Golden Child Entertainment TV. Go ahead and follow that brother on YouTube. Definitely he's doing great things. Definitely love it because he's preaching the word of God as well. So it's not just faith-based TV. He got a lot of different things going on. So definitely follow this brother on his channel, and then be on the lookout for Mind of a Man. Like, we got some great things.
Can't wait.
I can't wait to get this thing started with you, bro. Like,
yeah, me too, bro.
Yeah, for real, man.
Yep.
I'm definitely looking forward to some great things happening for both of us in 2026 to bless our family. Moving forward. But again, I'm wishing everybody a very prosperous new year in every phase of your life, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. That the Creator gives you all that you need to do what you need to do, as long as you're moving in His purpose, right? I think that's the biggest thing, that you're moving in His purpose. Whatever it is that you're doing, that's the thing that I wish for everyone that is viewing this today. And I hope that you all get what it is that you need moving forward, despite the losses or whatever you may be going through personally, that the Creator gives you what you need in order to move forward. So, I appreciate everybody. Again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe channel, man. And Antoine, I think we're gonna close it out here, bro. I definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in today. I think we had some very lively discussion. So we was going back and forth. We were on TikTok, we were on Facebook, we were on YouTube. So we're doing a lot of different things. Next time we're gonna be on the gram going live as well. When next time we do this, we're gonna try to stay consistent with this. We're gonna stay consistent with this. Yeah, we're gonna stay consistent with this. We're gonna do this on Thursdays and keep this thing going. Antoine might be a regular guest on here. He may pop in every now and then. But our show is coming, Mind of a Man. That's definitely something we'll give you guys our schedule, what days we're going to be doing that on as well. We're still putting some things together. But once we got an actual schedule, we'll let you guys know what day and time we'll be doing Mind of a Man. So there's a lot of stuff that we're still working on. We got to get the logo together. We got to get the email. But it's happening. So it's going to happen. That's our new project in 2026. All right. You know what, man? With that, man, I'm signing out of here, man. I need to go grab me something to eat. And and chill for a minute. had the grandbabies over earlier. they over here, man. I love seeing them, man. They energize me. I'm telling you.
That's
So I
what's
had a
up.
good time with them. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. I'll see you tomorrow, like so we can meet up and
Yes,
get that
sir.
other stuff together, bro.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. I'll talk to you in a minute,
Yep.
bro. All right,
Yep.
everybody else have a good one. See y'all. Deuces.